Today one is not particularly happy doing this story, but then there are some stories which you and I need to know so that we can react on it and not let it repeat ever again. This is a story from Kerala, a nightmare of a story of 84-year-old Bharathi Amma from Kuniseri in Palakkad, Kerala. This is a story of mistaken identity and of how the Kerala police's complete goof up and lack of due diligence created both mental and physical agony for 84-year-old Bharathi Amma. She could be your mother, my mother, your aunt, our friend's mother. Bharathi Amma, right now on your screens. That is Bharathi Amma, 84-year-old. Now the story, or rather the case, began 26 years ago. A woman who worked as house help in Rajagopal's home was also called Bharathi. This Bharathi created a major ruckus in her employee's home one day, vandalizing his property. A complaint was registered with the police, but this Bharathi secured bail and then coolly absconded, where she had been working as a maid. The real accused, however, absconded after securing bail, like I said, and what is really worse is, this is where one is aghast at what the Palakkad police could do, or rather not do. The real accused, Bharathi, gave the address of this elderly Bharathi Amma, against whom allegedly had been nursing a grudge. The case was dormant for several years, but suddenly in 2019, the police reached Bharathi Amma's house at Kuniseri to take her into custody. Yes, both women shared a name, but to take someone else into custody is beyond bizarre. The widowed Bharathi Amma pleaded with the police how they were mistaken, but to no avail. Bharathi told the police that her husband, Gangadharan, worked with PWD in Tamil Nadu and had died while in service. The police paid no heed to the fact that this Bharathi Amma was rather well off and didn't really need to work as house help for a living. Bharathi Amma spoke about her ordeal. It will be on your screens just now. It was on Aliyam Day after Onam that the police came to my house to arrest me. I told them that I have not worked as a maid anywhere. The police waited from morning till evening at my house. They said if I didn't go with them, they would bring women officers and then arrest me. The police left only after my relatives promised that they would present me at the station the next day. Bharathi Amma was of course granted bail, but not before she went through excruciating agony for 4 long years. And ladies and gentlemen, at her age, that is 80 plus on your screens right now, you saw her, 84-year-old, that's Bharathi Amma. Bharathi Amma. Finally, on 1st of August, that is 2 days ago, it was a new dawn for Bharathi Amma as the court in Palakkad let her off after the complainant, that is Rajagopal, said he doesn't wish to pursue the case which was registered long back in 1998. And of course, the crux of the matter, that Bharathi Amma had been wrongly implicated. I know what you are asking yourself. Exactly what I am going to ask you in turn. Who is responsible for Bharathi Amma's ordeal? The police, the complainant Rajagopal, the society, or just her old age which made her such an easy target? Father Thomas, who is responsible? This is clear human rights violation. An 84-year-old sitting in her house. Of course, the age. I keep today, you know, in the newsroom, we were talking about age. Does age matter? Of course it matters. You know, the elderly have rights. We have to see that the elderly are safe. You can't possibly be harassing. I am not saying that a young person should be harassed, but that age, it's debilitating. You know, so please tell us that, you know, can I, if I were there, I mean, I'm sure our family is trying, who's to, I mean, should there be a case against the police? Should there be a case against the complainant? I will come to the complainant first, I'll go to Girish later. But please, your opening comments on this extremely sad case from Kerala, sir.
First of all, Bharathi Amma, on behalf of the civil society, we ask you pardon. Because she needs it. 4 years of ordeal, 4 years of torture. It's a mental agony a senior citizen is going through. I personally feel that everybody who knows her and even the police officials meet her and encourage her and be with her. And with regard to this case, what I would like to tell you, just the other day, the DGP of one of the states was pulled up by the Supreme Court and asked, "Are you serious? Are you sleeping?" I think this should be the same question I need to ask, tell the Kerala police. I understand, okay, somebody was given the wrong address, a name happened to be the same. Maybe the beginning, okay, they have taken. But 4 years to take on to the same and victimizing an elderly, this cannot be acceptable. And I think a civil suit has been filed, civil rights suit has been filed against the police officer and the concerned people. And I think as a police officer, looking at the glimpses of the conversation and the circumstances, they should be able to at least doubt the photograph is there. And also the person, it's not the next door. Maybe this person may not have they may not have come to the court, the complainant. But there has been always a position, the Bharathi Amma was continuously saying, I am not the one. And the family members are saying, neighbors are saying, today video calls are available. And 4 years, they have to just wait. And finally, what I heard is that the family members went to the complainant and explained the situation, and they agreed to come to the court. Shame on the police force.
Very well said, and I think that there is shame, there is overall shame, and no one should accept this case. I am not going to. I am not going to accept this case as one of the other, listed. Like Father Thomas said, there are video calls available. What was the complainant doing? What was the police thinking? How can you do something like this? All of us deserve our rights. We all have our rights. This is clear violation of our basic rights, and this happens in Kerala. And like Father Thomas said, when the judiciary asked police officers, "Are you serious? Were you sleeping?" Even in the case of Manipur, they said, "Where are the FIRs? What is going on in this country?" And I think Bharathi Amma's case is yet again one case, and considering, yes, I am a South Indian, but then this is not about the South or the North. It's about our basic rights. And I think we all need to stand up to say more on this than just merely treating it as a story and moving on. Girish, I want to ask you, sir, that there are also stories going around that apparently the original culprit, that is that Bharathi who worked in Rajagopal's father's house and vandalized property allegedly and broke things and also used abusive language, some reports are saying that she had a grudge against this Bharathi Amma, this elderly Bharathi Amma. Therefore, she deliberately planted her name in the Palakkad police station. Is that true, or it is a complete cock and bull story?
Yes, there is a chance for it is become true, because the correct address of this Bharathi Amma has given by that real culprit. Bharathi Amma, Bharathi alias Bharathi Amma, Madathil house, address, everything is correct. For that, I have already stated that there was a complaint filed by this Bharathi Amma.
Yes.
Against that Bharathi before the Alathur police station. In that complaint, she attacked our Bharathi Amma, and in 1994, a complaint was filed. For the vengeance, in 1998, her address was used at Palakkad South, Town South police station. These are all records we can easily verify in Alathur police station and from the Town South police station. And moreover, the human rights violation is not at all from the arrest of a wrong person, but here the summons was issued in the year 2020. I have already sent, and it was displayed on our screen. Summons was issued in the year 2020, but the summons was not served to the witnesses by the police. Several times summons was issued, but witnesses were not turned up. Why? We have contacted, but the police deliberately not served the notice to the witness, because they thought that without the presence of witness, this case will be closed after a long time. Then nobody will know. One Bharathi came to the court and For a long time, witness not present before the court, case closed. Here, yesterday is the only climax day. On that day, Rajagopal was present on that court. Here starts the climax. We didn't expect that. And the entire channel people and press people are outside. That is the only reason for not issuing summons to the other witnesses.
Right.
The police officer and the public prosecutor tried to close the case on the same day. Otherwise, they will issue summons to the other 6 witnesses. It will take another 25 years. Because nobody has interest to prosecute this case. The witness will not come to the box of the court. We tried, Anup and wife tried to produce that witness. So the case was closed yesterday with the help of media also. Otherwise, the court will issue summons to the other witnesses. The APP was trying for that. If it was happened, the case will not be closed. It can be closed in the year 2020 itself if they are trying to produce the real complainant or Rajagopal on the court. There also, there is a human rights violation was committed by the Town South Police Station.
Right.
The real culprit for committing the human rights violation is from the part of Town South Police Station. And they can very well trace out the other culprits.
Absolutely.
Real Bharathi.
Absolutely. Yes. And thank God, you know, the media is criticized very often, but in Bharathi Amma's case, I think it is because of their presence, like you say, Girish sir, that the case was shut, or else, like you say, it would have gone on for 25 more years. Can you imagine the ordeal of a woman? I have completely run out of time. Anup ji, what do you want for your aunt now? What is the one wish that you want for Bharathi Amma? क्या चाहते हैं आप?
सर बस अभी ये केस में से उनको जेल में छोड़ दिया है, इसलिए हम लोग बहुत खुश है। अभी वो बहुत खुश रहने के लिए हम प्रार्थना करते हैं हमारा आंटी, और इनको अभी एडवोकेट ने केस फाइल किया है उचित निष्पत्ति वुमेन राइट्स को, उसमें इतना जल्दी हो सकता है, इतना जल्दी उसमें एक फैसला होने के लिए चाहता हूँ।
Absolutely, and I'll say amen to that. I hope that, you know, this case comes to fruition and the dignity of an elderly woman is restored.